Hi everyone, Tridib from TGT and welcome to another video. Apple has released iOS iPadOS 15.6 Beta 2 for the developers. By the time you're watching this video, public beta may be out as well. Let's talk about the changes, features, performance, battery life, and should you update to iOS 15.6 Beta 2. This beta came out almost 10 days after the release of iOS 15.6 Beta 1. You need to have the iOS 15 beta profile installed on your device to update to this version, then go to settings, then general, then software update, and you should see the update available here. The update size was 452.8 megabytes in this iPhone XR and around 350 to 450 megabytes on all the other devices that I have here. As you can see, before the update, the modem firmware version was 4.04.01 and after the update, the firmware is still 4.04.01. So no new modem firmware in this version. After iOS 15.6 Beta 1, some said in the comment section that they were having connectivity issues. But this Beta 2 version may not solve that issue for you as the modem firmware is still the same. But as I mentioned in the Beta 1 video, Apple actually downgraded the modem firmware on 15.6 Beta 1 from the previous 15.5 public release. That may be the reason for your connectivity issue, and I believe Apple will solve that issue pretty soon. But so far, connectivity is not an issue for me in any of these devices. The new build number for this update is 19G5037D. D at the end means we are still 1 to 2 betas away from a release candidate version. Now let's talk about what's new in iOS 15.6 Beta 2. Not much huge visible changes, most of them are within the codes. The first thing that I should mention was informed by Steve Mosier over Twitter, and that is related to the Apple Home app. Within the codes of iOS 15.6 Beta 2, Apple is introducing Meta support step by step in the Apple Home app in some previous versions, and this version also has a mention about that. Also, if you are an Apple Watch user, then you might already know that Apple has released new 2022 Pride watch face along with new watch bands. This is how the new watch face looks like. It has both dark and light modes available. Now, from the codes of iOS 15.6 Beta 2, we know that this new watch face was actually codenamed as Lilypad. Also, there are some changes within Shortcuts app. Using Shortcuts, if you try to get content of any web page, then it will ask for your permission before opening the web page for the first time. Once you allow this, the permission will be stored within the Privacy tab. You can reset it later if you want. So this is something which has changed in iOS 15.6 Beta 2. Now talking about bugs and known issues, within the Apple Feedback app, if you go to iOS and iPadOS 15.6 Beta 2 developer release note, you will see there is one known issue, and that is related to Xcode. It says Xcode 13.4 is unable to prepare iOS 15.6 beta devices for development. So developers are advised to use Xcode 13.3.1 instead. This is actually same as the release note of iOS 15.6 Beta 1. Talking about security updates, Apple haven't mentioned anything particular, but there should have been some security fixes in the background that we do not know about. With almost every update, Apple fixes some of the security flaws which get exposed time by time. Now talking about some existing bugs, I should mention about the iPhone overheating issue. This time around, after updating to iOS 15.6 Beta 1, I actually faced overheating issue in some of these devices, including this iPhone XR. Now here is a fix for this issue which I found on Reddit. It says if you are facing overheating issue on your iPhone running iOS 15.4 or higher, you should go to your iCloud account, then sign out and then sign in again into your iCloud account, and that should fix the issue. Personally, I am yet to test that out, but if you try it, do tell me in the comments if this fix worked for you or not. Also, I have to mention about the storage bug again. Even after so many updates of iOS 15, some of you are still saying that this system data value at the end, which contains caches, logs, and other resources, is still very large and you are running out of storage space for this. Now, as mentioned by the fellow YouTuber Aaron, there is a solution for this. He says, if you are facing such issue, then connect your iPhone or iPad to iTunes and then try to resync it. That should clear these extra storage for you. Do tell me if it worked for you. So far I am not facing any storage bug in this iPhone XR or in this iPhone 7. Talking about performance and stability, iOS 15.6 beta 1 was average, I should say, for this iPhone XR. I was facing overheating issue but no storage bug. So far iOS 15.6 beta 2 seems to be stable. I am not facing Apple Music bug or as such in any of these devices. Also, this beta is working fine in older iPhones as well, such as in this iPhone 7. Given the age of this device, I should say I am happy with the performance of this device so far. Battery life of iOS 15.6 beta 1 wasn't that great. iOS 15.5 had much better battery life. It will take a few days to report about the battery life of iOS 15.6 beta 2. From this graph, you can see I get around 5 to 5.5 hours of screen on time with this iPhone XR, which is actually lower than the previous public release. My battery health after almost 3.5 years of usage is around 85%. Along with that, Apple also released iPadOS 15.6 beta 2, which I have in this iPad 6th Gen. All the changes and features I mentioned are applicable in this version as well. Now this version is okay so far in this old iPad, but I do not use this iPad for my day-to-day work though. Now here is the Geekbench 5 scores for iOS 15.6 beta 2 for this iPhone XR. Single core score is exactly the same and the multi-core score is higher than the previous beta 1, as you can see here. So if you have a secondary device and really want to try out a new beta, then only you should install this version. Otherwise, there is no need to install this version as most of the changes are within the codes. If you are facing connectivity issues, then this version might not help you as well. Also, we are just a few days away from the WWDC 2022, where Apple will unveil the new iOS 16 and we will get the first developer beta of iOS 16. So stay tuned and stay on public releases at this point, I should say, on your primary devices. I have summed up all the changes of iOS 15.6 beta 2 in this video. Hope you have liked it. Do like, share and subscribe to TGT. I'll see you in my next one. Peace.